Hi. Hello to everyone. Have a nice evening and stay strong together. We can do it. Hi, Stringer. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hi, everybody. There's been a slight change of time because I feel that 7:30 is better in the winter because there's a lot of people are asking for help. I knew this would happen because I've only done these lives for about, I don't know, about 3 or 4 months, but I knew winter time was going to be a problem for people. This sort of time is when people sit a bit bored, they want something to eat. Probably thinking about maybe thinking about watch a bit of TV and I get a bit bored and think, well, I'm gonna have a drink, or I'm gonna go to that boozer. How you going? I'm fine. I hope Jonathan is as well. Hello, Jonathan. A few people won't latch onto the 7:30 thing yet, but I'm going to do all of them from 7:30 because I think 8:30 is a little bit late for people. Chris Hughes, even Steve, I hope you're well. All good. Chris, are you? Jonathan called. Fan heaters, £22 from August, if you call. Wing the electricity bill. It won't cut you off. You got to look after your health before you look after the electricity board. Just a bit of personal advice for people. Hi, Lizzie. Good idea. Thanks. Yeah. Get a fan here. Don't be cold, please. People will switch their heating off to save money. It's bollocks. Look after your health because once your health is gone, you wouldn't want bills again. I'm glad you well, Chris. Thanks so much, Christopher. Evening, Stephen All. I hope you're well and have a good weekend. Thanks, Christopher. That's fantastic. Super chat there. Chris has just put in there. Thanks very much for that. I appreciate the support. More than you imagine because it takes a bit of time to put things together. And I put quite a lot of videos on, whatnot. But really appreciate that, Chris. Because it makes a massive difference. And good to see you all here. So it'll take a few days to get onto the 7:30 thing will not make a lot of difference. It's just today it was I met a partner for a little stroll earlier. It was dark by 3:30, and this is a problem. You see, if you haven't put something into place, there's nothing in place. Thanks so much for that, Chris. If you haven't put something in place where you're going to fill your time in, it's very difficult to manage this, keeping off the booze, as it were, because we spend so much time in the pub, so much time recovering from alcohol problems, so many hours and hours and hours, um, you know, in the boozer. You've got to fill that time in. It's like filling another 30 hours a week in, if not more. So I know that I feel better after the detox. Almost 4 months sober, I got a visit from that COVID. No, for God's sake. Typical drinking that, isn't it? At least you're well. When you're drinking, you pick up a lot more, and it's hard to shift anything, isn't it? I mean, I've been sober 6 years. I've never had a cold. So there you go. The guys that are still in the pub are all sniffling all the time, coughing and all that sort of thing. You pick up a lot of bugs and sit in pubs all day. 25-1. The seasons of the year never bothered me. I have drunk through all the year. Can't seem to stop. Okay. If you need any help, there's a link on all the videos to a one-to-one mentoring session I do, and it'll help you. It's helped a lot of people all over the world actually, because I get inquiries from New Zealand, from Finland, Norway, all everywhere. Or text that number. I don't know where you're from, but the seasons when you're sober affect you. Because I relapsed I think 4 times, all of them in the winter. Might seem a bit odd that, but all of them in the winter. I just think people get a bit bored and they get a bit fed up and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to talk about tonight was, and we obviously you talk about anything you like, just have a question and answer thing. But the thing is that the speed at which it catches up with you. You might think, I'm having a drink for 2 years, I'm feeling fine, feel good, I'm just going to have one or two. That one or two will never end up as one or two. The video I did last night was just doing very well. I can't drink because I can't stop. We cannot stop, you see. I can't drink tonight and then think we'll have another one in March. Christopher Hughes, just bought a coffee. Thanks so much, Christopher, for that. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support that I get. And thanks, Christopher. I'm glad you're okay and everything's taken over well. Kevin, having a cold and needing a drink ain't fun. No, a fever or two things. I agree, Kevin. God, there's lots in one go. The drink's so debilitating. Samara, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Samara is one of the moderators who does a good job. Now it's winter. I'm off to the camping warehouse because it's a season of discount tents. Oh, God. Old but true. Quite good, actually. Try to be busy all the time. Yeah, that's the way. Got to keep focused. Oh, I'm Pete. You've got my number, I think. I'll put it again here. You know where it come. Drop me a text and see what I can sort you out. We've got to keep positive, okay? Because winter time can be a dreary old time anyway, especially with this poxy government we've got in and the fucking price of stuff. I got a few bits today. Right? I tend to shop every day or two. Only 50 quid for a few bits. I don't even drink. I bought 4 cans of Guinness Zero. It cost me about £5. What's happened to the price of goods in the UK? That's all going to have a negative effect on drinkers, isn't it? Hi, Samantha. Hope you're well. Nice to see you, and happy anniversary to you and me. Drinker, you can all do it. If I can, you can. It's very positive, Drinker. Yeah, be positive, because positivity will lead to you feeling better anyway. It doesn't matter where you are in this game. It's never too late to stop. You'll always feel better. Christopher, I've been tempted lately, but I have to keep in mind where I ended up and what I lost. I never want to be back now. You don't. The problem is it goes so quickly. Thanks. It's amazing to get such nice donations early in. Thanks for the super chat and thanks for the coffee, Chris. And 2 Chris's actually donated. Yeah, it's very tempting because it's dark nights and wet, isn't it? You've got to fill in the time. Then there are all ways and means. Just you got to think hard as a hobby that you used to do. That sort of thing. Drink out. That's a spirit. Keep it in your head. Yeah, you've got to remember. As soon as you think I'm going to have a drink, I'm bored. I've got a WhatsApp group that you can join. If you look at this number there, the middle number, that's my number. My number's all over the internet for obvious reasons. The WhatsApp group guys, a couple of them are struggling because they get finished work by about 4:30 or 5. What are they going to do? They're so used to going to the pub. In the summer, there's maybe other things you can do, mess around the garden, or go for a walk, or go for a bike ride. In the winter, unless you're a member of the gym, there's nothing to do, is there? Not in the UK, anyway. Very little. So you've got to keep that in mind. As Trinker said, keep your spirits up and find something to do. The hotel gym was the thing I found. Nobody wants to do that because hotel gyms are open all day. You can go in and go out. It's £50 a month. Seems a lot. It's less than £2 a day. It'll keep you occupied a little bit. Wow. Ginger Noggin has bought a coffee. Thanks so much for that. And Ginger says, your chats and videos have helped me a lot, Steve. Feel like I'm slowly building the life I want. 7 weeks and counting. Thank you, mate. That's great. Thanks, Ginger, so much for support. This is the thing. You've got to build a life that you want. And you're not going to do it when you're drinking. So when you feel that urge, and I did many times, it took me to a fair old age to stop forever. You've got to have that drink be great. But it's not going to be great, is it? We all know what it does to us. Everyone on this channel knows what it does. It's really bad. Thanks for coffees and thanks for super chat and thanks for your support tonight. And thanks for all coming on a bit early. 7:30 is far better. Far better. People are at least alive and awake, Well, I am. Dylan, I drank a few Friday and left it at that. But it can escalate each time from that. Of course it can, yeah. If you have 1 or 2, you feel as if you can drink again. You feel like you're back in the mold, you see, back in the team. Samara looks, folks, it's going to be a horrible Christmas. Don't let the festivities give you an excuse to drink. You owe it to your poor body that's been carrying you around all of your life. That's very true, Samara. Yeah, don't let the Christmas time take over, because there's no better feeling than Samara will back me up on this. The waking up on January the 1st, sober, is a gift. A gift, I mean that. And then every day after that. Because it's great to have 2 weeks on the drink, isn't it? But that does not last very long. Jonathan Gould, I hate Christmas anyway. Fair dues, yeah. It's for children, isn't it? It's far too commercialised now, isn't it? It's crackers. Jeff, hey Steve, I've watched many of your videos and most of it is so familiar. Hope you stay strong. I know. Well done, Jeff. Yeah, I'm 6 years into it now. Just got to focus every day. I have no compulsion to drink. The last 20 years, I've only drunk 5. I was off for 8 years as well, so I've been off a long, long period. Now I know I can't drink. I don't want to drink, you know. I don't need to drink anymore. I can relax without it. You've got to get to the stage where you can relax without alcohol. And when you've done that, you've won, as far as I'm concerned. Drink, I could not even drink one because one leads to buying a bottle of vodka. Yeah, that seems to be a pattern. The vodka intrigues me because I was always a beer drinker, but lager, and it got stronger. I never drank things like 10%, but I was outside the medical centre today briefly for a different reason. It wasn't me. And I saw this guy wandering around with a can of Kestrel. It was a black can. And I could never have drunk that. I mean, he did look a bit of a state. Probably not. I was probably worse of a state when I was drinking, but that was about 11 o'clock this morning, and I just felt so sorry for him. I really did, and I thought, well, I've not much I can say. I just said hello with me, all right, and that was it. But I used to get up in the morning and drink. I couldn't even get out of the flat. I was so ill, and that's what's going to happen if you start and fancy one or two. But the vodka, why is it people hate vodka? People keep saying because you can't smell it or it's easy to hide, but there are a lot of other things you can drink. But it was very difficult to try and hide beer. It could be clanking around in your bag. So yeah, if you can get over the winter, you want to watch really in my book, because it will never ever do you any good. It's zero benefits from alcohol, isn't it? And as Samana said there, Christmas is a great excuse for people to go on the booze. It's magnificent, isn't it? Everyone's off for 2 or 3 weeks. Everyone's going to go to the booze. Everyone's going to go to the supermarket. I was in the supermarket the other day, and piles and piles and piles of booze and crates of beer and boxes of beer and all that sort of thing. Geez, when is it ever going to end? But I don't know if you saw that little video I did the other day. Every 10 seconds, somebody dies of alcohol-related illness in the world. 3.5 million people roughly worldwide, and the statistics for the UK are bad as well. Really, really bad. It's not getting any better, is it? So focus on that. I'm not going to drink today. If you can do that to start with, you're going to do well. Chris, thanks for that coffee gun. Chris, I really appreciate it. I used to drink on a morning. I used to think I was having a great time being in Wetherspoons at 8 a.m. drinking Stella whilst everything else was went. I did that as well, Chris. It's madness, isn't it? You buy 12 cans of Stella and go home and start dancing around the lounge. What the hell? It's madness. Drink I ain't going to drink now. I looked up many alcohol-free colours now. That's good. Yeah, well, I'm drinking a zero. A lot of people won't touch zero alcohol, but I do because it takes the edge of it. I don't really feel like drinking. I just like a bit of a taste. You're still going to go out. You're going to live. So yeah, alcohol-free stuff's okay. 25 till one. The most I have been sober is 4 months. I have definitely underestimated this addiction. It's very powerful, isn't it? Very powerful. If you want to get off it, get in touch with me. It's very difficult to get off this, but we can do it, and I've taught people how to do it. Samara, switching to vodka or spirits just enabled me not to feel so bloated. We got the job done quicker, as they say. Drink a pint and piss a gallon. That's true. Yeah. I never saw. I tried wine. I tried spirits. Didn't. I always felt a bit. I was drinking perfume with vodka and stuff, so I just didn't bother. Leslie, got to say it. I was never discerning with my drink. I drank to get drunk, and spirits were easier to hide. And you got to drink more quickly. That's right. I suppose it is. Yeah. I don't know why I was drinking. Mine were emotions, I think, rather than getting drunk. I felt I needed it so I didn't collapse. I was one of these people who, I think all of us drinkers, we get energy from drinking. The social drinkers get a little bit tired and a bit relaxed. We get a lot of energy. We get higher, not lower, because most of us will have quite active brains, maybe overactive brains. And we think this alcohol is going to calm you down, but it doesn't really. It does a lot of people, but not us. Beer is too much drinking to get effect. Okay, Dylan, yeah, I agree with that one. Guinness Zero is good, yeah, Jonathan, it's really good. It's got some taste to it, which is good, isn't it? Definitely, I could not even go outside of the house to the store. 500 meters rather confused. Did you feel really shaky? Yes, Jeff, I thought I was going to fall or want to lay down. That's what I was like. I couldn't cross the road, even if there's no traffic on it. What's going to happen if I get in the middle of the road? Seems mad in the middle of the road and fall over, even in daylight, somebody runs over me. It's bizarre. The thought process you have when you're on the beer, it is mental, isn't it? It's a mental illness. It can be a mental illness, extreme version of it. So I was a master liar, manipulator, and hider of those poison bottles. Yeah, that's nothing. This is a good question for a bit of fun on a Monday. What's the most obscure place you've hidden? Because I dug a hole in Epping Forest for my stuff. Put a bin there. If anybody come along in the middle of the night, they think I was burying a dead body. But I knew exactly where it was. Not the particular coordinates, but the dog knew where it was. Major was my dog. I used to be able to find it. That's very good. That I was a master liar, manipulator, hider of those poison bottles. That's what it is, isn't it? Poison. Simple as that. Stating, I remember my first Christmas sober and my second one, and the ones after that. Every day I'm thankful to have those memories. Yeah. Isn't it good being sober? Isn't it horrendous being a drinker? I bet you've never seen a happy alcoholic. We find many recovering or sober people love their life because it's one big fight, alcoholism, isn't it? From morning to noon. It just never stops. The hard work of trying to get to work, trying to pretend that you're functioning, trying to pretend that you're okay to everyone else, and just thinking, I need to get to the pub, I need to go to the pub. And, getting to the pub and starting to shake, and sometimes not even be able to lift the glass with either hand. And so you dip in like a bird dipping his head and beak into water. Get the first few sips, and then you can maybe hold the glass up. And everyone's watching you. Do you think they are? They probably are. In my case, I'm shaking like a leaf. I used to drink in London. It was horrendous. Horrendous. Christopher Tate, because I'm in a broken dry in the kitchen, broken dry in the kitchen, in drawers that were supposed to be for clothes. Yeah. That's a good idea. Under clothes was a good one for bottles. But the problem with my house, I had so much volume. Drink 1, 2, 3. I had bottles all over the village and the bed, and all over the village. I like that. I hit some Stella one time. I moved up to the borders, down an alleyway. It was like a tiny little place called Wooler in Northumberland. It was a funny little bastard place. They didn't like me because I'd been in London for years. Thought I was a bit flash. Anyway, I hid all this beer down the back alley near a co-op and all got nicked. I was fucking desperate for it. That's another thing when you're desperate and somebody's nicked it. You go crackers, don't you? 25, one, I put mine in the bin and picked them up later after getting back. Yeah, done that one. In the car boot and near the spare wheels are good enough. I was never seen a happy alcoholic, just ones who are trying to make others laugh. That's a good point, yeah. You won't say any? Neil, hi from Darlington, Northeast. Nice to see you, Neil. Hope you're well. Horrible day, wasn't it? Weather-wise. Hayward, good day. All got to pop back in work of the day here. In minutes, best wishes. Temperature dropped out here. Thanks, Sarah, for coming on. Hope you're well. So, it's ironic. I've been 15 years since abstaining. I have never been pulled over for roadside breath. Isn't it weird? No, I haven't. Pissing down in Dale Dollar, it was here as well. Neil, nice to see you, Neil. Hope you're well. If you want to support the channel, then please, you know what to do. Hit the super chats button. Doesn't have to be a lot. Or the buy me coffee link, because it's not monetized, this channel. It's the lives are all lives. There was no adverts or anything, because it would break the flow, I believe. Good man, Neil. Drinking 1 to 3. I also had a list of supermarkets, gas stations, so I never bought in the same store every day. Isn't that strange? They don't care, you know. But I did that. You avoid the same shops, don't you? I remember going to a corner shop quite often when I moved back north, and I was so frightened I was going to, when you go in these small shops, in the middle, there's loads of bottles, isn't it? I always thought I was going to walk in and, knock everything over, because my partner said I'm clumsy anyway, but so if I walk in, I'm going to knock all the bottles over. I nearly did a few times, mate. And I was so weak, I used to get the guy to lift I was driving and I didn't have a drink before I went to the shop, but I probably would have been over the limit. Just a few hundred yards. I used to get the guy in the shop to carry the box of beer out. Madness, isn't it? You've got these little guys on mopeds, or big guys, just dropping your beer in the door because there's so much beer delivery, isn't it? You can get delivery. When I got it delivered in the end, I didn't use those companies weren't around really. I was getting a company called Dialer Drink. We get delivered. I was speaking to one guy the other day, and he said, "I'm sick of getting these mopeds delivering beer. And you know how you can track them." He said, "Well, I tracked one was 14 minutes away, and I tracked another one was 7 minutes away." And they both said, "You're having a party in here," but just for him, same as me, slabs and slabs of beer. So I had a list of something. Oh yes, oh, yeah. Progressing to vodka. This is Regent's Park. Lovely area, isn't it? I patrolled that area when I was a policeman. Progressing to vodkas and 24/7 alcohol delivery was my downfall. Complete loss of any sense of time. So grateful this is all behind me. Oh, but yeah, that's another thing. You don't focus on the time. You don't focus on anything apart from the addiction. Kevin Osborne, totally agreed with Chenka there. Trying to avoid the same place. Tomorrow I think I took up vegetable gardening. I could bury the bottles. My wife hated gardening. She found my stash in the Wellington boot. Jesus. They're always going to find it. Nobody apart from your good selves knew about Ebbing Forest. Can you imagine coming across me in the middle of the night digging a hole? It's a fucking forest. I saw one bloke the other weekend. He used to put in the black bin and put in the fish pond. And then obviously retrieve it later on. His wife got about. I knew another guy here about 5 years ago. He was a nice bloke called Hugh, and he was a drinker. His wife was all right with it, but he was total alcoholic. And he used to sneak out the bedroom window. It was a bit of a, I don't know if he'd been a cat burglar in a previous life, but then go to the garage and get drinks and drink them outside. He died. Obviously, we had the warnings that we've all had. Don't drink. Got to the point where I had, severe liver issues. Was told not to drink. I haven't drank. Everybody else who's been told what I was told was completely, well, they're gone. Just completely ignored the doctor's advice. I think I dug a hole in the garden also. You just a vodka one, yeah. Bloody hell. Dylan, you get energy from alcohol instead of food as your body makes adaptations to use it as fuel and it's less sedative. Do you induce to increase glutamate? Right, that's interesting, Dylan. Thanks for that. But what I meant by that, I think the alcoholic side of it, I used to drink very quickly. And when people were starting to drink slow and maybe falling a bit asleep, I was like, ready to go. Let's go somewhere else. Let's keep the party going. Let's keep the bar open. And, I wasn't, this is as I said on this video, I was obsessed with it. And that's what we are. We're obsessed, whether it's a good way or a bad way. When you become obsessed with something, you need it, don't you? And you think about it all the time. It's like meeting a beautiful woman, which I have, thankfully. And you're obsessed with them. They just on your mind. That's what happens with alcohol. You can't think of anything else, you see. Jeff, I am a few months away from debt-free, and thanks to you, I'm alcohol-free now 3 months. Well done, Jeff. Jeff's been getting himself sorted out financially and he's alcohol-free. Well, getting alcohol-free is fantastic, yeah. Well done, Jeff. Well done, everybody, for keeping coming on here. It takes a lot of ball coming on here, even just to put a comment on. Dylan, Samara, in 1,000 years, your bottles will be dug up and be in some museum. Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? The thing is that you just got to concentrate on your life. You know it's going to be better. But how many of us have just thought, well, and this is typical day, isn't it? 1 or 2 won't hurt. I'll be okay. And it comes back to bite, doesn't it? Dylan, yes, an offering to the gods. When I got back after 8 years sober, I thought it'd be all right. For a few weeks, it was all right, just having 1 or 2 every week. But when I got to a point of thinking a little bit more confident, I was gone again very quickly. Some people go even quicker. Have 1 or 2 on a Saturday, and by Monday they're drinking from the end of a bottle. The speed of relapse is quite frightening. And the more you do it, the more difficult it's going to be to get sober again. The longer it'll take to get sober, if at all. So when you're sober, remember that first drink you're going to take because you think one's going to be okay, it might kill you. Keep that in your mind. It might kill you. Oh, there you go. Jessup, I definitely did that during lockdown. Had a mental list of what delivery courier each brewery used. They'd have the same bloke at delivery every time. Every day. It's crazy what we did and what we spent, isn't it? The amount of money that's wasted on booze. Wow. Hundreds of thousands, isn't it? Hundreds of thousands of pounds every year. So I said, I could be shaking like a leaf with drawers while going in the shop, buy the booze with shaking hands and walk out with the bag and then feel okay and relieved, though I'd not opened the can yet. Yeah, that's exactly it. You feel better when you've got it in stock, even though you're not drinking it. It's a mental thing, isn't it? And I've told you before, I had 48 cases of Stella in a cupboard. That was when I went crazy with it. I really did go crazy with it. Some people might think I'm crazy now. It's incredible. Yeah, drink has been the same. Ginger Nugget. Thanks for that coffee, Ginger. I was a binge drinker and heavy weed smoker. Sometimes when I drank, I would black out within 2 to 3 hours of long and straight run. Wow, being the bottom and back of you. Jonathan, I know that one. Ginger, wake up next day and lost hours, and then you don't know where you are, do you? What day it is? Check the amount of money now I spend this money on good food. Yeah, that's another good point. As Gordon Ramsay would say, I quite like him. Always buy the best food you can afford. For years, we've neglected ourselves, so buy the best you can now. So we said when booze is costing you more than money, it's time to get sober. Yeah, good point. Yeah, when you need a drink, well, you want one, which is what my partner said to you the weekend. Yeah, when you need a drink rather than want one, is when you've got problems. Simple as that. Kevin, different supermarkets. Yeah, no. I wonder why we do that. We're embarrassed, aren't we? It's only illness that people are embarrassed to tell people about. Leslie Super said I was exactly the same. The relief of obtaining it was almost as good as the relief gained from drinking it. Yeah. And if you got like I did, I didn't want to be out. I went out sometimes. I was a little bit. Well, I had a few drinks to get out. The relief of getting back indoors. Now I can't stay indoors. It's bizarre, isn't it? Well, it is. It's a brain altering drug, isn't it? Mind altering drug. Alcohol. It's as simple as that. You know, relief. It's a good point that Leslie. The relief you get from actually having some in the house is incredible, isn't it? Kevin knows one of the noise of the van. Yeah, just getting it, isn't it? Bizarre, isn't it? How it's so understated. We all know about it because we've had issues, but most people don't know any of this that goes on. You know, I thought I was the only person who couldn't drive down a motorway when I was drinking. I had anxiety. Oh, I was the only person who had severe anxiety. Not at all. I thought I was the only person who used to panic on the London Underground, but not at all. The only person who couldn't pick up a pint, not at all. Lots of us, thousands of us, hundreds of thousands in the UK. Daniel, almost a month so, longest I've been since January the 23rd. Fantastic, well done. Keep it going. Don't fall foul of this. I'm feeling okay. I'll have a drink, because you won't be okay. It's as simple as that. If you'd like to support the channel, then please hit the super chat button, or buy me coffee link is on the right here. The more people support us, the more we can do here, the more people we can help, the bigger we can grow the channel. Just to say thank you to everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. Just hit 15,000 subscribers over the weekend, which is amazing in the time frame. 15,000 is a big milestone. So, it's clearly helping people. And I'm proud of you all who are reaching out, It makes a big difference. Drinking now, I'm addicted to feeling fresh and clear every day. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it, drinking to feel good? Because if I had a dime for every time I was going to have 2 or 3 beers, I ended up drinking 18 to 24, I could buy a new refrigerator. I could buy a house. Then I love drinking, but as a beautician, it would be terrible. Imagine doing a facial massage, waxing, etc. That's all the skin treatments I do, and would like to eat some. You cannot beat being sober, can you really? So it said, prove it's all in the mind, same as getting sober. And staying sober 17 years from me now. Wow, well done. Do not pick up the first drink and stay connected. Yes, the connection's a massive thing. Jeff, one pint is the same as one cigarette. There's no such thing as one cigarette, a beer, one drug, or one drink, and we're all back. to our worst self. Well said. So when alcoholics can pick up other alcoholics in the pub, drinking environment, we just have gifts. Whereas normal drinkers wouldn't have a clue who was an alcoholic yet. Oh, it's so easy to spot them, isn't it? And even see at the airport. Simon Lloyd, hi Simon. Is drink worth it? No, you get very little sleep and it makes you fat. 100%. So does Greg's as well, man. But I agree, Sam. On a serious note, it's horrendous. There's no positives from alcohol. And yeah, Jeff, it's like vaping. There's no taking off vaping and smoking. I've never smoked, thankfully, but I've heard it's quite difficult to get off. Jennifer, I had exactly the same issues as you driving on the motorway. It became unbearable. The anxiety alcohol causes is off the scale. That's the problem, Jennifer. You see, when it causes anxiety, then you drink to try and keep the anxiety at bay, and it does for a short time. It's like it's long-term pain for short-term gain. And is the juice worth the squeeze? There's lots of little one-liners. But somebody came up with a company the other day for all of us here, and I think this is what someone said earlier at Christmas time and this sort of thing. Think before you drink. Think before you text people. Think before you do everything. Don't rush in. You know that saying, only fools rush in. You think, oh, I'll just have one because I feel okay. I look all right. I feel great for the meal. Doesn't work like that. Your brain just bang you back on it. None of us around here can socially drink again. If you ever have been alcohol dependent, you'll always be alcohol dependent. There is no cure for alcoholism, but it's manageable with a lot of hard work, a lot of bottle, and a lot of commitment. Steve, thanks again for reading all the comments. It really makes a connection within the live stream. Thanks. As long as you can understand me, I'm trying to slow down a little bit, but thanks, Samara. I appreciate that. So we shared, yes, the motorway driving. I can relate to that. Heavy night in the booze to get panic attacks. Yes, is it because it's on a straight road? I was thinking I'm on a straight road, I can't get off in case something's going to happen. I was always thinking something's going to happen to me. It's impending doom we get. I used to get impending doom after I drank the next day. Trinker, thanks, Stephen. Thank you for keeping me straight. You're welcome, Trinker. Anytime. Dennis, good evening, Dennis. I don't know if you know, but 7:30 start now because it's winter time. I know it doesn't make a lot of difference if people are living in America and things, but Daniel, usually I drink 8 to 10 pints every time I say to myself I'll never drink again. It lasts about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's done to me as well. I must admit I was always a little bit of a steady drinker, and then heavy when I was off work. It's not good, like, is it? Thanks again, Dennis. TK, even Stephen Group, nice to see you, TK. Jennifer, straight road at high speed. Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to drive quite well on the main roads. Yeah, lorries passing. Now I'm fine on the roads. I was one of these lucky people, really. When I stopped drinking, the anxiety disappeared straight away. I know some people have it carried on, but it's sober. I don't have any anxiety whatsoever, which is pretty unusual. Graham, best night was on a women bus. Can't be, but you know what it's like. If you drink, your judgment is impaired. You know what I mean by that. The alcohol devil is always present. It's a good point, though, Graham. Leslie, nice to see you. How are you doing? Trigger 1 through 2, 3 is the same with me. Fresh and clear every day. It's great, isn't it? Finding newfound joy in simple walking, my dog, reading, listening to music, watercoloring, traveling, fishing, etc. 7 years so fantastic. The thing is, we enjoy the simple pleasures in life that we just used to dismiss. I now enjoy having a cup of coffee. I used to hate coffee and tea. I used to just want alcohol. My body needed it. That's how I felt. And if I didn't, I had seizures. That's how bad I was. I was physically, chemically addicted to it. And I went to the end of the line. I don't want anybody else to do that. I know a couple of us on here have been at the end of the line. But, there's a lot can be said for stopping earlier rather than later. And I'm still a believer that relapse is the killer. We're done, Leslie. So more relapses happen within a couple of weeks. We feel so good. We sometimes have goldfish memories about the pain, withdrawals, and anguish. You're right, man. We don't realise how bad it was. None of us on here are stupid. Why did we know about seizures? I didn't know about seizures. So it said, yes, that devil is doing. Press to catch you off guard. Yeah, as soon as you do it, bang. It's a very fine line, isn't it? It's so fine. Robin, what do you do at the gym? Can you see yourself doing 5K? I don't run now, but I do, which I can, just do a bit of weights and whatnot, a bit on the rowing machine. It's just a question of keeping reasonably fit, I suppose, because I'm a bit older than a lot of people. I know I don't look it, but I do a little bit here and there. I think good food helps. Plenty of water, plenty of sleep, I think, Leslie, best advice rehab gave me. Relapse is part of recovery, never go. Yeah, good point. Never quit. Even Trump said that, didn't he? Never quit. You got to keep going. Got to keep going. Daniela, I also find myself comparing my drinking to others, which could be dangerous. I used to do that as well. I think myself, well, I'll drink less than my brother who will drink 14 beers a week when he only has 2 a day. Right. Yeah, I used to look. Other people think, oh, he's drinking spirits, I'll be all right. Because I'm a beer drinker, you see, just get flushed out of the system. Benjamin, hope everyone's well. Nice to see you, Ben. So, yes, you forget. That's what you've come on groups like this for, and other groups to keep you reminded. It's so easy to forget how ill you were. It's like driving past a pub, especially now. It's dark and all the lights are on the boozer and stained glass windows, and you see a log fire. It's the fantasy, you see, the fantasy of going in there having a few drinks. Just pop down the house, have a few drinks. The reality is I'd lose everything in about a month, possibly my life. That's what keeps you grounded. It keeps me grounded anyway, So yeah, easy to forget that. It's very true, yeah. I wish I could get to the gym but have a bad ankle problem. I hope that'll get itself sorted. You do a little bit in the house, so any light stuff would be good. Somebody said 17 years down. It's amazing, 17 years, isn't it? If anyone would like to support the channel, then please do. The coffee links at the top there, or the super chats buttons on the site as well. The more support we get, the more we do, the more we can grow the group, grow the channel. It's doing pretty well. 15,000 subscribers on Saturday, which is very good. The lives are helping people build a community, which is good. And I think we also know each other in a strange sort of way. Yeah. Graham, nothing then on it. The buzz smashing the person with you. Yeah, not much of a buzz. I didn't get much of a buzz when I was older. I don't because I needed to. There's no buzz there. But that's what we do it for initially. Jonathan, yes, doing a bit at home. Press up's good. Well done, Jonathan. Daniel, I drink less frequently, but when I do, we'll drink nearly as much as in one evening binge drinking. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's, whatever you're doing, it's bad, isn't it? Once you lose control of it, you've got no stop button. So pretty gone away. Leslie, maybe we should have got people to film us or take photos of us when we were off our heads. Might have shared us a bit. Well, I think we could do it now, but in my day, there was no mobile phones. I quit in 2006 for 8 years, so I was off for a while. 15,000 subscribers, I'll drink that. Thanks, Samara. Yeah, 15,000 is good. If you know anybody personally that wants to come on here, please let them know it's on. I'll do post. I've been a bit delayed with this week because I had a celebration. But if you know anybody who regularly comes on, 7:30 from now. But I did a post and a short just to make people aware. I think this time is a danger time, to be honest. The people will think, oh, just have a can of beer. 8 o'clock. I'll come in here instead and just think, oh, it's 9 o'clock now. I'll have a stay and have a bite. It passes that time. It used to be, my time was between 6 and 8. I used to think, oh, I've got to go to the pub for a couple of hours, a few drinks. Get past that. They wind it down a bit. You've got to get past that danger. It's not just that people think, oh, I'm going to have a drink, have a craving. You have a craving to fill the time in. If you're busy with something which you enjoy, you're not going to have that craving for drink as much. So I have a photo of the day of my last drink and fell face first on my face, and it was cut to pieces. Black eyes out in my wallet, and it always reminds me. Yeah, well, I've got some photographs of when I was really ill in 2019. I was in the hospital. Horrendous. 9 stone. Drink 1 to 3. Last Saturday I went into the pub to talk to my friends over there. Sorry, drinking coffee. After 2 hours, I was home. I couldn't stand it anymore. They always told me the same. Yeah, exactly. This is my point about having the odd zero and the boozer. I pop in some afternoons, have a couple of zero Guinnesses. In half an hour, I'm bored with their company, so I'm not in there very long. And you won't be either. You've reached a different level. So we're all now part of the exclusive minority. Majority of people drink, we don't, which is good, isn't it? We're more healthy, we'll live longer, we'll have more wealth and health. Leslie, I still can't look at holiday family videos when I was drinking. I see some photographs of me when I was drinking, so bloated and so unwell and so grey. And then really at the end of it all, I was knackered, you know what I mean? Super shared. Me too. Broke my nose and had black eyes and stitches, but no photo evidence. We compare photos in a gallery, shouldn't we? 5036. Nice to see you. Hi, good luck to everyone, and well done, Stephen, for killing the addiction and taking hold of life with both hands. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Leslie, hi, Leslie. 2 Leslies. Both super women. Nice to get some women, isn't it? Samantha's on as well now and again. Well, every night, actually. No. Super shares. Change of behaviour is needed. No pubs, and sorry to say, change your friends and lifestyle. As many not sorry to stay so that long. So the odds are against you. So it's just for me is 1 day at a time. Yeah, I agree. You've got to take 1 day at a time. Yeah, you need to change your behaviour. But I must admit, pubs didn't bother me, but I get where you come from. So it's a good message to us. You're there, well, long term, 17 years sober. Seems to be working well. Yeah, 1 day at a time is a good mantra. It's well coordinated. It needs to be looked at like that, doesn't it? Just at this time of year, it helps me cut back. Would love to go for a pint, shutting down some in my pub. Now, that's interesting, that, because a lot of people relapse. Well, I did personally. A lot of people I know relapse during the winter. So it's it can happen any time, I suppose, couldn't it? Teddy, how did you stop drinking? What was your major turning point, and how can I do the same? Teddy, unfortunately, I was hospitalised and I was told by a doctor if I ever drank again, I'd die. So that's how I turned around. But previous to that, I'd managed to go to the doctors and get some medication to try and get me off, because I tried to stop, and I stopped suddenly and had seizures. So I had to get some help. But Teddy, if you text this number, I'll do like a one-to-one support system which you can join. That's for Teddy there at the bottom. I don't know if you're in the UK, obviously +44 if you're outside the UK. And I'll talk to you about that. So I've never realised how much crap me and my friends talked until I went back in the pubs. Yeah, the same old nonsense. And look at stupid cartoons. And then we get online gambling as well. Wow. TAT1, I'm 46 years old now, and I'm really starting to feel the damage I've done from my heavy drink. Yeah, it starts to catch up about 40. So like Christmas time, Wetherspoons is a waste of time. It was fucking crazy. Come on, we're better than Wetherspoons, aren't we? Teddy, thanks for answering. Glad you're here with us to guide us through the help. Thank you. We'll text you. Thanks, Teddy. Cheers. So, man, alcoholism is an exclusive club. You tend to spend a fortune in your own downfall to qualify. Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. Spend masses of money to make ourselves very poorly. It doesn't make sense, does it? Anyone want to support the channel, please do. Super chat button is there, or the buy me coffee link, and let's keep it going. We're doing very well. I think we've got getting quite a lot of publicity with it, especially the lives, because not many people do these. I don't know anybody else who does it regularly. Yes, it's a good way of summing up. Alcoholism is an exclusive club. You tend to have spent a fortune in your own downfall to qualify. But it's an even better club when you get sober, isn't it? That's the thing. So we said the pub's primary purpose is to sell alcohol, and your primary purpose is to not drink alcohol. So the two don't make good point. Very good point. Keep out of them. Because you could get led astray, I agree. Drink 1 to 3, I think I'm going to start a friends group for not drinking alcoholics. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Where are you? Okay. Next one, hit the likes, folks, not the shorts. Thanks very much. That's a good point. No drinking allowed. Our village needed that. Well, yeah, a lot of places. You'd be surprised how many people have got alcohol problems. I went to AA twice. I was in a small town. I was amazed how many people were there. Such a small town. It didn't do me any good, but when I just looked at the numbers, God, there's a lot of people in here. I tell you, what was your daily alcohol consumption? Did drink of choice as amounts daily? I drank lots of lager in the good old days, but then I just got more medically ill. I was more sick. I didn't drink as much, but my liver was pretty knackered by then. What time do you do these live startups in? Must be quite good. But the reason being is I start them now at 7:30 UK time. So if you're in sort of New York way, it'll be 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. So it's always going to be 7:30 p.m. Well, until about next April, because it's obviously winter now. It gets dark very early here, so 7:30 from now on. If anybody wants to pop in, you should get a notification if you hit the bell button on the channel. It will notify when it's going live. Yes, yeah, so 7:30. That's a GMT, because I know some people buy sort of starting 8:30, 9:30, 10. In Europe, it's 11. That sort of thing. So I think 7:30 is pretty good in the winter. So we'll not veer from that. We'll not change that. So it'll be Leslie. You'll be 7:30 UK. So shout out, over the last 17 years, I have been to 3,000 all it means and listened to 1,000 and not much I have not heard before. Okay, so do you recommend that? Because you're 17 years sober. I was in hospital probably the same time as used to. Had a stroke and a brain lesion. Had to learn to walk, and again, it took me years to get back to gym fitness and jogging away. And jogging again was definitely rock bottom. Wow, right now. So pleased to see you still here. Take care, to be honest. There's a few people on here who've been very lucky to still be alive. So I never mourn about anything, never get stressed. Not about very much anyway. I think I went to AA, didn't connect over there, so I kicked the habit myself. I didn't connect, but a lot of people do. Hot Penny, hi family. That's a nice way of putting it. It's nice to have you here, Hot Penny. Kathy, yes, 1:30 US, Central US time. Okay, right, yeah, it's 6 hours now. Yeah, I know it's 5 New York, so I went to a guy over in New York. He does 8 o'clock American time now, 1 o'clock here. So okay, it's 1:30 Central US time. Thanks, Kathy, for that. Appreciate it. TK, I sent you the before and after pictures. Thanks, TK. Oh, that's good of you. Thanks so much, Leslie, for that super chat. Leslie's been on the channel since the start, and it's good to see her doing well, and good to see you all doing well. Thanks again, Leslie, and thanks to people who donated coffee, and thanks for all being on here. It's quite a lively chat. I think it's much better to do it a bit earlier, and it's nice to see people, alert and banging it. It fills a bit of time in this. For a lot of us, maybe not Leslie and Submarine because we're long-term sober, but if you're just teetering on the edge, then it's a good thing to come and talk to people who are the same as you, because we're all very similar characters. We're all nice people, we're all good people, but just stuck in that rut when you're drinking, on you just can't get out of it. But once you get out of it, life's fantastic. It really is. Thanks again, Leslie. I hope you're doing well. But we can see a light at the end of the tunnel. The light for us is bright, and you can always, if I can get there, Leslie can get this, and Ron can get there, and the two Leslies can get it. You can do it. I'm telling you now, you can do it. Believe in yourself, Drinking well done AA isn't for everyone. It's true. Graham, how do you feel the best buzz? Drinking with a peach? A woman. I don't drink now, so best buzz. Being alive is good for me. You know what I'm saying? Hopping here taught me honesty. We didn't all learn that there. Got you. Not for me. It's religious. I found it religious as well. I don't think it's supposed to be. I found it. The 12 steps thing I didn't understand. Also, somebody gave me a book to read I didn't understand. I wanted some pills to stop me having seizures. That's what I wanted. But I did notice, I only went twice, there's a lot of people there. So there's obviously a lot of problems. And I didn't realise there were so many meetings everywhere. Teddy been following you for about a year. So proud and inspired of you. Thanks, Teddy. Do you feel very proud and inspired to yourself ever since you've overcome it? Yeah, I've had a good few years, but I've got having even better 2 years since I met my partner, because she's very inspirational as well. When you get sober, life will open up for you. You become a better person. And you won't care about the doubters. You won't care about the comments you get in the pub from the guys who used to drink. But you focus on a better life. You focus on the future. Because when you're at the bottom of the bottle with drink, there is no future. I used to think I was going to die every day. Now I want to live another 50 years. That's the difference. You know, people say, it's good being sober. You must be bored. I'm fucking bored. I've never been busier. Even before this, because I'm fit again. I'm healthy again. You get a new zest for life. It makes a massive difference. I see channels like Back Company Sober Strong, and now I found you a few weeks ago. Love it here because I was alive. Oh, thanks, Stringer. I know Back Company. He's a nice fella. And Sober Strong, that's the lady in America, isn't she? Yeah. Thanks, Stringer. Yeah, lives make a big difference, I think, because you can communicate and think, find out he's worse. What's he done? You know, and get to know people. Jonathan, 12 Steps. I prefer Russell Brand version. Oh, I've never seen that. Dennis, I always looked across the bar, across the high street, and said that I'm bad, but I'm not as bad as him. Yeah, I did as well. What's funny, he was probably looking at me ever since the same thing. Yeah, I know what you mean. Thank you again for your answer. Are you still friends with contact regulars? Used to know. I'm in contact with a couple of them. A few of them died, actually, unfortunately. A couple are disabled after falls and this sort of thing. So I don't see them very often. The ones I did used to speak to don't really speak to me much anymore. This year. All right. That's about it. Or they talk about some nonsense, or they're on their phones wasting more money on online gambling, which is another problem, isn't it? The more you drink, the less inhibitions you got, the more you spend. And then they're all skint, they've got the money. Leslie, therapy, medication, EMDR, neurofeedback, rehab, NA, among things that helped me. I had no choice but to commit and immerse myself to get so. Yeah, that's a good point, Leslie. You've got to be committed to this. You can't just think, oh, I want to stop drinking in April because I want to look better, feel better. You've got to make a commitment for life, and every day you've got to be committed to getting better and fitter and more healthy. And you'll see a massive change in your life. A massive change. What play never consider yourself perfected. No, you've got to be wary. I agree. Teddy, what was your favourite thing about being sober if you could choose one thing? Being reliable. Being reliable. Waking up feeling good. There's lots of things added onto that, personal things. But for me, after being close to death, I don't say that lightly. I was close to death. I was told I was. I was in intensive care, had numerous operations. For me, just being alive is good. You know, being alive. Because when I used to mourn about things when I was younger, my dad had passed away in 2021. Very wise bloke he was. He was quiet, but he was wise. He said, what are you mourning about? He said, a lot of people 6 foot under would want to be where you are. And I got that sort of feeling. I thought, I did not want to die. So being alive is the best thing, 100%. Being alive, yes, I agree, Leslie. It's massive, isn't it? Teddy, amazing. Thank you for being such a big help, inspiration to all of us. You're welcome, Teddy. Indeed, being alive is good. If money solved this, there would be blocked in limos with the showers, and one hand and a gun on the other. It's true. It's certainly not money, is it? It's an obsession. It's a habit. It turns into addiction, I think. And there was no cure, because exactly as Hot Penny said there, if there was a cure, the rich and famous would have bought it. Or I would have it, and I would sell it. Might give it away to you. It's incurable, but it's manageable. That's my take. I'm not a medic, but I became a bit of an expert patient, I think. The research I did, and you know how I picked up on things. I spoke to doctors all the time. I was a constant pain in the arse to the staff, asking questions, but I learned a lot. So I'm on 20 years sober, 2 years sober, 2 days sober. A drink dependent alcoholic is just one bad decision away from a spiral of doom and hell on earth. Yeah, it's one bad decision. That's a good way of putting it, actually. That'd be a good title for a video. One bad decision. I was going to write that down here. Yeah, that's a very good title for a video. Because that could take you right back to square one, couldn't it? So you're going to write that down. It's good. It's a good title, and it's very true, isn't it? That just one little walk into that pub door and you're knackered. Yeah, we'll do a video on that one. I like that. Obsession in the mind, allergy to the body, or the memory of the buzz. But buzz? What buzz though? What fucking buzz? You don't get buzz when you're older. You get more of a buzz over a cup of tea. But I know what you mean in a way. I'm not. I don't look at it like that now because I now realise it's so dangerous. I've been in hospital. I've been in hospital with patients I've got to know and they've died in front of my eyes. I think, nah, it's not good. I saw lots of death when I was in the police in London. Not as painful as this lot. And then those liver wards, people go yellow. And they go for a small procedure and don't come back. That's what happens in the liver wards. And it's not good. Tell you, how many years, Monsters, have you been so far? 6 years now. And it's been good. It's been even more good as time's gone on. More good, better, you know what I'm saying? I am English, really. So, yeah, it's good to be alive, it's good to be healthy, it's good to be happy. I think because you're alive and healthy, they are happy generally, you know. But go into the boozers and look at the alcoholics, look at the problem drinkers who are having a great time. They look at miserable sin, they just look down at the newspapers pretending to read, or on online gambling, and they just look fucking awful, whinging on, eating that dreadful spoon's food sometimes. Well, some of them do. I think I was sometimes aggressive when I was drunk, and my self was calm. Yeah, that's a good one. Calm, relaxed. You relax out alcohol. It helps to have confidence in yourself. Of course, it does. I don't know. I was afraid to say boo to a goose. No, I do give a damn what other people think or say about. No, you don't give a damn. Yeah. I know I'm an okay person. Exactly, Leslie. You have to look after yourself. You have to look after yourself. Thanks, Leslie. 6 years. Yeah, it's good. Every day has been good. Every day is a good day when you're sober. Simple as that. Good point from Leslie there. It helps to have confidence in yourself. I drank when I was trying to say good, but because you become more insular, you become more frightened now. And being a big, strong police officer in London, it's been like a mouse. That's what it does. It takes all of your confidence away. Hot penny, we're all sober as the next guy. Let's say 30 days in. That was the problem. Turn a thinker into a drinker. Not hard to do. Yeah, so I'll get your point there. Graham, God bless my man. Well done what you're doing. But we love the drink and our share community. What else is their life? I know what you're saying, Graham. A lot of people drink stuff, lots of social problems. But the drink only temporarily takes away the pain, you know. Graham, it really does. Believe you me, I've been where you've been. Worse. Yeah, no, that's, yeah, don't. Yeah. You know, don't give a damn what other people think, Leslie, I agree. Well, neither do I. F them all, that's what I say. I wish I'd learned that when I was younger, to forget about what people think. Because no one really gives a toss about us, do they? Try to get super keep strong, I will do, yeah. Let's all keep strong for each other. And let's all come back here. Probably do one Wednesday as well. But I'll keep you posted. I will keep you posted. If you want to contact me, go to the description on any of the videos. There's links in there with my email and number and all sorts. Just text. Ginger, people always come across as happy in the pub after a few. But different story when Monday comes and that alarm goes off and it's time to go to work. That's if you even sleep. Yeah, sleep with the alarm. I know what you're saying. It's great, isn't it? It's 6 o'clock at night, but by 11 o'clock, people have fallen over, they've lost their wallet, so they've had an argument. It's not good. Hopefully, what is the pain we need to raise? Could be anything, couldn't it? Everyone has different problems, you know. I think I went to think my rock bottom was falling into a river. Drunk as hell. Jesus, man. It's very dangerous, isn't it? So dangerous. Most of them had 9 lives. I've got 9 lives, so we probably used about 20 of them because I had so many dangerous escapades with it all. So I don't think there is another substance you can buy over the counter that will make you become aggressive. Take the world on, take your clothes off, and dance on the table and go to bed with a stranger. It's very true. Yeah. It's a nightmare. It's a total nightmare. And it's become more socially acceptable since all day opening, since garages, more supermarkets, longer hours. There's more drink available. It's cheaper than it was years ago. You can actually get it delivered to your door now. I mean, what does that tell you? Personally, I think it's a government control, but a lot of people don't agree with me on that. It controls the masses alcohol, you know. I should be dead, no doubt, but I live. So what? Well, now, keep living, hot penny. You got to keep living, keep being positive, and keep keep yourself healthy and strong, and enjoy your life. Life's good, you know. It can be very good, and you've got to realise you only here once, and it doesn't last long. Lots of people I went to school with are dead, you know. At least it wasn't. Oh, well, yeah, found out about. Oh, well, that's a good point. That's a hell of a thing to fall into the river, man. Said Peter, the thought of going back to work after a week's holiday on the booze, the anxiety was horrendous. Oh, God, yeah. An all inclusive once. One and only. 29 years ago, so my daughter was 2. Drank for 7 days, had to go to work in the West End of London on the Monday. But you know, when you book a holiday, you think, oh, don't get back late on the Sunday, I'll be fine to get up on the Monday. Okay, now. I'll do a video on that as well. That one day going back. I'll never forget it. Never, ever forget it. It's a good point, Peter, that I thought I'd go back to work. Ginger, bang on the money, you totally agree about government control. It is. Of course it is. How about excellent? Where were you in my day, love? Where were you in my day? You've got to think of the ramifications it has for you and your family and your wallet and that sort. If you'd like to support the channel, then please do. The coffee link's on the top there, or the super chat button. It doesn't have to be a lot, just whatever you can afford. It makes us, well, it just makes it grow more, the channel. It's simply like more support, more growth, more input. Every live that I do, I learn something. I think everyone learns something from it. Because where do you get 50, 60 people in a room that are all the same? Because I don't believe they do it as quick as this, or as like dynamic as this. Because we're not telling stories, we're just doing comments. We get a lot more information here than you ever would in a meeting, a physical meeting. If that makes sense. My mother's proud of you now. Of course she will be. It's fantastic that you've got on the right track. Most people who aren't involved with the heavy drinking scene, as it were, don't realise what harm it does. I was speaking to the mother of a young lad over the weekend who needs some help. It's heartbreaking for me to do that and see the state he's in. It's probably the state I was in when my parents used to hand me food through the window of the flat because I didn't want to see anybody. That's how bad it gets. Tell you said you worked for. Thanks so much, Peter. Peter said 1 day at a time. Thanks for the donation, Peter. I really appreciate that. 1 day at a time. It's got to be 1 day at a time. If you let it go any longer, you'll forget and you'll get complacent. It's really bad, you know. Cheers again, Peter. Some very good comments out tonight. Teddy, you said you worked for the police. What was your dream when you were growing up? What's your plan for growing up? I wanted to be a bass guitarist, which I was, in an amateur band, but the police seemed to be. I wanted to go to London, which I did. I did everything I wanted to do, to be honest. Sober years, I've got a beautiful new partner, so I'm going to spend a lot of time with her and travel the world. Leslie, good people saved my life. Now I'm looking for something good to do. There are many opportunities I may sign up to help blind people get around. That's fantastic. There are loads of things you can volunteer for. Loads of things. That's a nice one, Leslie. I appreciate it. You're doing that would be fantastic. There's so many people with problems we can help with now that when it was sober. You can give a bit back, you see. Cheers, Pete. Thanks for that. Hot Penny problem was I could not predict exactly which Maya would show up to these alcohol-assisted states. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because you sort of change your personality, doesn't it? It is mind-altering, isn't it? It is good, that trigger, isn't it? What Liz is saying about. You've got to do something. You've got to be busy. You've got to keep going. Okay, we've done about just over an hour there. Please, everyone's come on tonight. I think we'll get more as time goes on. Teddy, are you happier? The happiest you've ever been? I say so, yeah, because that's just because of the drink. Because there's something else very important. But I would say, yeah, definitely yes, 100%. If anybody needs anything, I want to join the WhatsApp group, which is doing really well. The WhatsApp group's very lively. If you give me texting this, but obviously it'd be what's +44 now? Where's the plus thing in here? I should find anyway. That's the number for WhatsApp group if you want to have a look at that. Just this is always the number of text. I've got a business now. I never use it. I can't remember. That's why. Teddy, thanks, Teddy, for that. Thanks to everybody for coming. Thanks for donations as well. Makes a big difference. And we'll see you all Wednesday, shall we say? I might pop on tomorrow because if it's a bit earlier, then maybe we'll do a few more. That's my thinking. Because when it gets a bit late and later, it's like it's 10 o'clock, isn't it? It's a bit late for things to do stuff. A bit late for me, to be honest. Okay, take care. See you soon. Tomorrow, yeah, the only one moderator on, the best one. Tomorrow there. Thanks everyone for turning up as usual. A great share. Take care of yourselves. Well done. Jonathan, good night all. Teddy, who's your favourite music artist of all time? Oh, I don't know about that, Teddy. I'll think about that. I'll say good night now, and I'll see you all soon. But watch out for a post or a short. Yeah. And it'll be on there. But it's always going to be 7:30 UK. Or was it 1:30 US Central? Or 2:30 New York. What an incredible thing to say. I never thought I was going to say that in my life. See you later, Chris. See you later, Lizzie. And thanks to everybody who's donated and everyone who's been on here tonight. And let's keep sober, because that's the business, isn't it? To be healthy. When you're healthy, you're wealthy, and you're happy. Not particularly wealthy, but you know what I'm saying. Your health is your wealth at the end of the day. Didn't matter what how much Steve Jobs had when he had cancer or whatever he died of, you know. So you've got to give yourself the best chance you have, you know, and give yourself the best life you can, because you're not going to be here long. I'm telling you that now. Let's go, Bob. Just to announce, we're closing up tonight. We're going to do them from 7:30 onwards now. So there'll be a post. So it's going to be 7:30. I might do one tomorrow. It's going to be Wednesday, I would think. But they'll all be 7:30 score from now, because of just British winter time or whatever it's called. We'll see you all soon then. And thanks for coming, and have a great day tomorrow. I know it's winter in the UK, but it's not everywhere else, is it? Thanks, Scott, for popping on. But 7:30. Sorry to change the time, but it'll work out in the end better, I think, for everybody. That's the goal. Yeah. Everyone keep happy and healthy, and see you soon. Good night all.